My mom stared at the picture for what felt like forever. I had never seen her look scared before. Finally, she sat down and pointed at the boy circled in red. Then she said something that made no sense. "That's your brother." I laughed. I thought she was joking. "I don't have a brother. I've never had a brother. I'm an only child." That's what I'd been told my entire life. But my mom wasn't laughing. She looked like she was about to cry. Then she told me a story I'd never heard before. When I was 5 years old, my family lived in another city. We had a next-door neighbor whose son spent almost every day at our house. The two of us were inseparable. We ate together, played together, even went to the same school. According to my mom, everyone joked that we looked like brothers. Eventually, we started calling each other brothers too. That's why she said it. Not because we were related, but because we had been that close. The story sounded strange, but it still didn't explain the package, or the note, or why someone had sent me the photo. Then came the first twist. My mom said the boy disappeared. One day his family moved away. No warning, no goodbye. Just gone. And after that, I stopped talking about him. Within a year, I barely remembered him at all. Apparently, I had asked where he was every day for months. Then suddenly, never again. The more my mom talked, the more uncomfortable she became. It felt like she wasn't telling me everything. Then she admitted something. The day before the family disappeared, there had been a police investigation. My stomach dropped. Now things were getting weird. My mom explained that there had been rumors about financial crimes involving the boy's father. Nothing violent, but serious enough that police were involved. Soon after, the family vanished. Nobody in the neighborhood ever heard from them again. I figured that was the answer. Mystery solved. Right? Not even close. Because that night I looked at the photo again and noticed something I'd missed before. On the back of the picture was a date, but underneath the date was another message. Tiny handwriting. Almost impossible to see. It read, "Find me." I couldn't sleep. Who sends a childhood photo after 15 years? And why now? The next morning, I posted the picture online. I wasn't expecting much. A few hours later, I got a message. The sender claimed to know the boy. At first, I thought it was a troll. But then they sent a photo, a current photo, the same person, older, but definitely him. My heart started racing. The sender told me something shocking. The boy had been searching for me too, for years. Apparently, he had never forgotten our friendship. And recently, he had found the school photo. That's when he decided to try to track me down. But here's where things got really strange. The sender wasn't the boy. It was his sister. And according to her, he had passed away 2 years earlier. I just sat there staring at the screen, completely speechless. Then she explained everything. Before he died, he had talked constantly about a childhood friend he never got to say goodbye to. Me. When his family found the old school picture, they discovered my name written on the back. So they spent months trying to locate me. The package wasn't meant to scare me. It was their way of fulfilling his last wish. To reconnect, even if it was too late. I don't think I've ever cried over someone I barely remembered before. But that day I did. Because somewhere along the way, I'd forgotten him. But he never forgot me. A week later, his family sent me more photos. Stories. Memories. Things I had completely lost over time. And now that picture sits framed on my desk. A reminder that sometimes the people who leave the biggest impact on our lives are the ones we almost forget.